Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Envoy of Kairos, back for another Speedpaint. Sorry if I sound a bit nasally, but beginning of autumn, my allergies are just kicking my ass. But I'm still here for another video, and I just had some fun with this one. It's not as complicated or as detailed as many of my other pieces, but I wanted to make something as a tribute to one of my favorite games that just had an amazing anniversary recently, and also experiment with a couple of new techniques and ideas. The end result is something I'm pretty happy with, but I feel like I should come back in a couple of years and try to redo this one. Overall, I just wanted something that I feel captures the mood of the game overall. So, of course, I had to use Frisk as a main portion of the piece, and sort of a catalyst for everything else that goes on in it. So, here I have them carrying the 7 souls, just wandering off to the side of the screen. I felt like I needed to capture their innocent childhood nature, but at the same time give them a sense of purpose. So carrying those souls felt like a pretty good fit, and would provide a wide variety of extra colors to the piece. Then, of course, there's the massive colored construct behind them. The general structure of it was largely inspired by, well, the Delta Rune and the wings at the top of it specifically. Essentially, I'm depicting Frisk as the angel of the Delta Rune prophecy. Or, you know, the Undertale versions of... the Undertale universe's version of the prophecy. And then, of course, once I had that whole color scheme set up, I had to put in other major members of the cast. So I chose one per color, and they're pretty obvious and pretty popular combinations for each. Of course, you have Papyrus in the orange section, Alphas in yellow, Undyne in green, Sans in cyan, Toriel in blue, and Asgore in violet. And the overall combination is interesting, if you ask me. I wanted to depict not the characters exactly as they are, but ethereal versions of them, manifesting out of the energy, hence creating them entirely with my cloud brush, and then smoothing them out into essentially appearing as trails of energy manifesting out of the color streams from the souls. I feel like it's kind of similar to the pencil sketch technique used in the opening for the Castlevania anime, just far less detailed and inverse in color. It was a pretty fun experiment. I certainly love how Papyrus and Undyne turned out. Overall, all of the characters are great, although I feel like Alphas and Asgore could have used a bit more work. But I'm already releasing this 2 days late. Or not 2 days late, 1 day late. I'm recording this the morning that I'm going to be uploading it. So, you know, I kind of had to get on this. Will I come back and do a better version one day? Well, most certainly. I still had a blast making this piece, and it's my first Undertale tribute piece. And I really doubt it's going to be the last, because this game really means a lot to me. I mean, for most people who've played Undertale, it is a truly inspiring and emotional game. Toby Fox really proved himself with this piece, and he's only going on to do better and better things since. I absolutely cannot wait for chapters 3 through 5 of Deltarune to release. And then, of course, whenever the full thing releases, that's going to be incredible. But we can still look back on the original Undertale fondly for all of the incredible memories it's given us. The groundbreaking gameplay style. And most of all, the characters. Toby Fox is incredible in how he writes characters. He produces them with some very clear surface personality traits, but then there's so much depth when you really look into them. It makes them quick and easy to pick up on, but then so much more entertaining and inspiring to look into their true identities beneath it all. For example, of course, there's Papyrus, who seems like a straightforward busybody who's definitely a little bit on the autism spectrum. But, no, definitely not a little bit, certainly a lot, frankly. But being there myself, you know, I get that. But at the same time, despite his usual depicted obliviousness, he picks up on far much more than you'd expect, just handles it in ways that you wouldn't. He also is actually far more fond of his brother's puns than he lets on, considering the number of them he makes himself. And I think he just doesn't care for his brother's method of presentation. That, or it's just your usual siblings squabbling. Just despising each other for the sake of it. I certainly know that's a common enough thing. But he's just one example. Every character is that deep. Every character is that emotional to engage with. And I just can't get enough of that. I can't wait to see how much further Toby can take us with Deltarune, and whatever else he has in store for us after that, because I doubt he's stopping. A creative mind like that never settles. I certainly know mine doesn't. But for now, I'm sure you're all getting tired of my congested, nasally voice, and I've got to wrap this up and get to work on a few other things. So, this is the Envoy of Kairos, signing out. And I'll see you all again very soon for another magnificent speed paint and plenty more gameplay. And who knows? Maybe before the year's out, he'll drop chapters 3 through 5 and you guys will get that on here. Later, guys.